I feel like my story is unlike most others, at least from what I've seen. Although I do not regret what I did, I often worry and feel guilt for the circumstances. I know a pro-lifer would absolutely despise me. I feel as if most people would. My story begins when my boyfriend, whom I was dating for about 2 years, and I broke up. We were apart for 2 months, during which time I was doing a lot of drinking with a guy I met through mutual friends. After 4 months, my boyfriend and I got back together. I got my period, so naturally I didn't worry about being pregnant, even though I was never safe with the other guy the one time we did it, about a week before I got back with my boyfriend. My boyfriend and I had decided to try for a baby. Late September, I found out I'm pregnant. At first, we were overjoyed. We both wanted it so badly. Then came the ultrasound. It was dated from my L&P, my last menstrual period, which I thought was fine. As the pregnancy went on, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. I ordered a very expensive, non-invasive, prenatal DNA test just to make sure that my loving, wonderful, supportive boyfriend was the father. 2 weeks later came devastating news. He was not. We had talked about this, but never thought it could become a reality. I had an abortion booked for the very next day. Being 12 weeks along at the time, I was very upset. I was ashamed. I was embarrassed. I was angry. I felt every negative emotion one could feel. The clinic I went to was very supportive. My boyfriend was beside himself, but never once forced me into it. It was my choice. I could not imagine having a baby with anyone else. The guy who got me pregnant was already with other girls, living carelessly and worry-free. He was not going to be a father to my child. He was not going to be a permanent part of my life. The procedure was quick, although I did get asked a lot of questions because they couldn't understand how my situation came to be. The dates made no sense. The timeline added up to my boyfriend. I was lost, but they were very supportive nonetheless. Once it was over, I cried for a very long time, probably more so for what could have been. I had a good job. I had a stable home. I still feel like less of a person for my choice because of my circumstances. I do not feel this was what anyone else should go through, what I went through. I still get sad and angry at myself. I question the test results and constantly go through what-ifs. I grew up without a family. That's all I ever wanted for my children, and I wouldn't have been able to give that baby one. I'm expecting again and feel as if something will go wrong. I feel as if I deserve it. I'll end this by saying I do not regret my choice. I would be alone, without support, and lacking financial means. There's just always been the what-ifs. Anonymous.